Yes, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Coach India here. Have you ever wondered what it takes to become a professional football coach? Well, look no further. In today's video, we're going to be diving into a lot of detail and looking at what the journey might look like becoming a professional football coach. Okay, so we're looking at things maybe like what journey or pathway should you be taking, what qualifications you might need en route. Are you doing CPD work? What other additional qualifications that you might need to sort of stand out from the crowd? And top of that, maybe set yourself some goals or some mentorship as well. Before we dive into the video, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell. We encourage and support and invite more subscribers every single day. We try and post 2 videos a week if we can. One would be Premier League related, sort of reacting to the Premier League fixtures week on week, and the second one will be a video like this, a bit educational, or it could be coaching content, compilation content, tactics ball analysis. There's loads of football content on this channel. I'm just waffling on, guys. Let's dive into today's video. So before we get into the meaty part of today's video, just want to give you guys a bit of a rundown, maybe a bit of a background of kind of my experiences within football. Maybe you're new to the channel and you don't know already. So I worked in the football industry for about 14 years now. I do actually run my own football coaching business as it stands, called the Indian Football Coach, based in the UK. Work predominantly with South Asian footballers, so we're really trying to promote and sort of help the next generation. On top of that, I've worked in the industry for 14 years now, mainly as a coach, but I've also done some stuff in the analysis department. I've also done a little bit of work, only very little in terms of the medical and the physiotherapy side of things. Worked at sort of semi-professional football, grassroots, academy, under 18s, and even the sort of senior men's football as well. So got a wide sort of range of experiences at various different age groups and levels as well. If you do have any further questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'll try and DM people back as best I can, or answer those as best as possible. Let's get into the meaty part of today's video. Okay, what does it take to become a professional football coach? What qualifications do you need? What badges do you need, etc.? Now, before you get into your badges, for me, I think it's really important, and this is what I did as well. Go and do maybe 6 months of voluntary coaching in your local grassroots club. It might be 9 months, it might be a season, etc., just to get a taste for it, a feel for it. Ask some questions to the already qualified coaches that are there. Then get into your FA level 1, introduction to coaching. This typically can take maybe 1 to 2 months over maybe a couple of weekends here and there. It will be practical and theory based. It's very much more to do with how to set up a session, what colours to use, that kind of thing. So it's more about formatting, session planning. At that stage there, I would say maybe get another year or maybe 18 months under your belt of practicing those skills before you go to your level 2. That isn't necessarily the rule of thumb. Some people can pick up coaching quicker, some people are a bit slower. It just depends on each person. Then get into your level 2, your UEFA C license, also known as. This can typically take maybe up to 3 to 4 months. I think I remember the first week I did mine, we literally were in the classroom and doing practical work from Monday to Saturday, 8 till 4 every day. And then we came back maybe every 3 weeks and did a sort of a weekend where we did again some practical work, some theory work, etc. And then obviously, if you are interested in doing some goalkeeping coaching, which I very much was, I've also done my FA level 1 and level 2 as well. So I have a real understanding of how goalkeeping can link into outfield play and vice versa, where not all coaches do that. And then get into your UEFA B. Now, this is where it gets more interesting for me. You think about how to really sort of organise a team. It's more 11v11 based. It's on a larger scale. And this typically can take about a year into the UK. In the UK, sorry. I mean, I think the format's slightly changed recently because of COVID, etc. But obviously, it can vary from country to country. Again, I think it took me a bit longer than a year. I think it maybe took me 2 years, possibly, just because there's a few issues I had personally as well. So I had to delay things a little bit. And then again, if you want to do UEFA B goalkeeping, that's something, the avenue you want to go down, absolutely fine. And then you get into the top tier of qualifications. So UEFA A license for outfielders, UEFA A license for your goalkeeping. Again, 2 separate courses. These typically cost thousands of pounds here in the UK. And then you've got your UEFA Pro license, which is a qualification you need in order to manage in the Premier League. So if you haven't got your Pro license, you cannot manage in the Premier League in the UK. So this is something to just bear in mind. And then if you're someone that maybe doesn't want to work within sort of adult or senior football, if you like, and you just want to concentrate maybe on youth football, then you've got the FA Youth Awards levels 1 to 3, then you've got the FA Advanced Youth Award as well, where again you'll be working in the academy, you'll be working with the best young players in around each club as well, really honing your skills, really developing the players. This is something I've done as well. I've only done my youth level 1, actually, thinking about it. It's something that I do want to get into a bit further whilst I sort of develop my coaching career. Okay, so what additional qualifications might you want to add to your armory? Maybe you want to stand out from the crowd. Maybe if you're applying for a job and there's maybe 50 different candidates, having extra qualifications on your CV, that's one way to stand out, and just it does obviously enhance your knowledge within football. So futsal level 1, level 2 in UEFA B, this is something that's grown quite quickly in the UK. It's still many, many years behind the likes of Spain, Portugal, France, Brazil, etc., but it is growing. Talent ID, also known as like recruitment and scouting, that kind of thing, something I've dabbled in over the last year, 9 months or so, and I'm going to continue to pursue this. Medical, there's sort of 5 different levels for that as well. This obviously is very, very basic. You might have your first aid, which a lot of coaches, you do need to have as a mandatory. But if you want to go into it a bit deeper, learn about the body a bit more, injury prevention, etc., and even deeper than that, then obviously that's something you might want to add to your armory. Safeguarding, obviously, this is a mandatory thing you need to have in the UK, mandatory qualification. There's obviously various different courses you can do to enhance your knowledge. The most basic is just having your CRB, etc. Disability coaching level 1. This is something that fascinates me, and I do have appreciation for the coaches that go and do this, because I do think there's probably a greater level of patience required to coach obviously disabled people. And then finally, something I've done as well is your ProZan / performance analysis qualification. So there's 3 different levels. I've done all 3, and I'm really, really happy with that. Just understanding football from a different angle, maybe through numbers and statistics. It might give you clarification of your thought if you are watching the game through maybe the eye test, for example. And then on top of that, I think it's important to make sure you are progressing and developing as a coach, whether it's attending certain events, webinars, workshops, online courses, conferences, etc. That CPD, that continuous personal development, is really, really crucial for you to sort of blossom and develop as a coach. On top of that, making sure you're putting the coaching hours, I think it's really, really crucial. Being on the pitch, really putting your skills into practice, making errors, learning from them errors, surmising from session to session, really going practicing what you can improve on, etc. I think making sure you prep your sessions really, really well. I think the last thing you can do, this is something I've been guilty of in the past, and from time to time, where maybe I haven't necessarily prepped the session fully, and I've had to sort of semi-wing it on the way. And I'm sure a lot of coaches have been in this position. You might have finished your day job and you're going to coach in the evening, and you're having to sort of think on the spot, if you like. But really make sure you prepare your sessions. Traditionally speaking, I think more often than not, if you do prepare your sessions, you're going to have a better session with your players if you are prepared. Making sure you do debriefs and summaries with your players, but also on a personal level. So you might do your debrief with your players at the end of the session, just a couple of takeaways for those players, for a certain individual, for a certain team, but also making sure you debrief yourself when you get back. Have a look at it. Maybe you've recorded your session, watch it back, understand what you could have done better, just make subtle improvements as you go along. Be honest, be your own harshest critic. And then finally, one other thing I think is quite crucial is making connections as you go along. You might go and join a club, or a new coach might come into the club you're at. Just making them connections. You never know, so further down the line, you might be able to sort of apply for a different job, or you're looking for to progress your career. And just having that different type of contact as you go along is absolutely crucial, because they can open up doors for you in the future. And finally, just talking about the personal side of things. Now, if you are someone that likes to set goals and targets, this will, I think, fascinate you quite a bit. If you're someone who just kind of wings it from moment to moment, from month to month, week to week, again, that's absolutely fine. If that works for you, that's fine. For me personally, I like to set myself goals, short term, medium term, long term. It could be a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year target. It could even be more short term than that. It could be a 3 month target, 6 month target, a 9 month target, etc. I think having those goals just gives you a bit more drive, a bit more commitment, and a bit more energy to achieve your goals. I think applying for jobs is an interesting one. So if you are in a position already and you're looking to make that next step somewhere else, within maybe internally within an organization or externally, I think applying for those jobs is really, really crucial. Now, within that, you're going to get some interviews, you're going to get rejected, you're probably going to get some no responses. And with the no responses side of things, I think you do need to develop some thick skin. It's something that I've gone through plenty throughout my career. You understand why. Then when you do get the interviews and you do get the rejections, it's about preparing yourself for the interview, understanding the job role, presenting yourself well, making sure you interview well in the theory part, but also in the practical part, if there is a practical part. And then if you do get rejected, understand the feedback that the employer is giving you. Just make sure you're making them improvements as you go along. And then whatever field you are going in, for example, if it is coaching, it could be the analysis, it could be the medical, it could be management. Just really commit to it. Research about the development of the game within that role, within that industry. Show initiative, be proactive in your thinking. Don't be shy to give your opinion also as well, because I think by giving your opinion, and it could be an outlandish opinion as well, that could help you sort of stand out a little bit as well. And then finally, something that I think some coaches or whatever field again you're working in, if you've got that mentor that's been there, done that, someone you can lean on and ask questions and certain moments, certain difficult moments that you maybe got some doubt about, I think that's really, really crucial. And that's something I'm actually going to be offering right now as well, guys. So if you are maybe a coach that's on their coaching journey, maybe doesn't have a mentor, I'm offering my services right now. So you can DM me through Instagram or Twitter, or if you just want to leave a message in the comment section of this video as well. So offering my services for guidance and support for whatever part of the coaching career or whatever field you're going to be working in. Hopefully I can sort of lend my experience to you guys as well. There you have it, guys. I hope this video has been really, really informative and educational. I really enjoyed sort of preparing this video for you guys. Hopefully you guys have got a bit of an understanding of what it takes to become a professional football coach, and what commitment, what avenue you need to go down. Again, with the mentorship side of things, if people are interested in it, then absolutely DM me and we can have a chat and go from there. Finally, please just drop the video a like. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Sort of it lands on more people's feeds, the more like the videos get. And finally, if you haven't subscribed to our channel or click the notification bell, we invite in new subscribers every single day. And we try and post 2 videos a week if we can. One sort of FPL/Premier League related when the Premier League season's on, and the second video will be something that's educational, something that can really sort of help you, something that might fascinate you. It might be coaching sessions, it could be tactics board analysis, all that good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time around.